Motherfuckers, we
Back at
back.
it again.
This is the 2 Cents You Call It podcast.
One time for the one time.
I am your host, X, and I'm here with my brother from another mother, Dub. What's happening?
What's happening, my brother?
Hey, man, you know what it is.
We are back again on another Friday night. Tuesday for y'all. Busting out your eardrum on episode number 86. You ready, brother?
Hey, man, you know, I'm going to do what I can.
Y'all know what it is. You can catch us on YouTube at the 2 Cent You Call It podcast. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can see every single time we post. Hey, y'all, please actually comment if you're watching the show. We want to hear what you think about the show, and we want your input, and we are taking suggestions. So if you if you get in the comment section, that's where you can give us a topic, anything like that, or just show love. We are also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Busting out your eardrums every single week.
I feel like we just said that.
No, I was just getting to
I feel like you said busting like twice.
I did. But it was... Don't worry about it. First things first, brother. What's in your glass?
Right now, I am drinking a bad decision.
Same.
This is a root beer and some whiskey. And now this root beer, because I haven't had root beer in a while, tastes like medicine.
I was just going to say, it probably tastes like medicine now.
It's like a I can't remember the medicine that it tastes like.
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
It's like a cure-all. It's very old school.
Yeah. Like
coming like
castor oil.
Nah, not that bad.
Okay.
Not that bad. Yeah. That's good for a lot of stuff too. That's like
weird. We're getting old.
What's the constipation? That's good for constipation too.
We're getting old.
And it's good for lube. I don't know. I just threw that out there just to say the shit. What you got over there, brother?
I am also drinking a bad decision, but I needed a little energy, and I think we're probably going out after this. So I have a caffeinated sparkling drink.
I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga.
Hey, I'm about to get into that, dead ass. But I'm drinking a caffeinated sparkling drink from a dollar store.
Okay.
I've never heard of the brand. I've never seen the can. So we gonna see.
What are the dollar stores? It's an actual dollar store, though, right?
It's a Dollar Tree, but I wasn't trying to say Dollar Tree.
Well, because I was trying to remember, because I know everybody just use dollar store in general. But I was trying to see how many actual dollar, because I know you got 99. Then you got
which a lot of them have been closing.
Really?
Yeah, it's like they've been closing. We're gonna talk about that too. How was your week?
Week was cool.
What did you do this week?
This week, I really didn't do much this week. It's been a pretty relaxed week. Monday, what did I do? I was at home working. Tuesday I was working. Wednesday I was working. Thursday,
Monday,
a friend of mine. But nah, I mean it was mostly work this week.
Okay.
Damn, what the fuck did I do?
I had amnesia apparently.
Yeah. Was I over here? I came over here Friday.
Last Friday, yeah.
And then we went to go do something.
We went out last Friday.
Yeah, that's right. And then I spent Saturday with I got to come up with a name for her.
How's that going? I think the people want to know.
We'll get into that. It kind of leads into the main topic.
Okay.
But yeah, it was cool. It was just so preface this would be me being an introvert and I need my space. Mm-hmm. So after a minute, it's like
I can't just spend every day with you.
So what you about to do? We had a conversation like that too.
Okay.
But yeah, we hung out. Sunday, I was just in bed. I worked on the show because I was supposed to work on the show on Saturday, but I ended up not doing it.
Hey, I feel like we was both late on last week's show.
And then I didn't do it. No, I didn't do it on Sunday. I did it on Monday, and then I sent it to you. And then was that the afternoon? No, because Monday was fucking
Memorial Day.
Yeah,
did you get out for Memorial Day? Did you do anything?
Actual Memorial Day? No. Sunday.
I want all of you listeners out there and watchers, if you don't know the difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day, please matter of fact,
share, comment, and subscribe.
Matter of fact, let's just break it down for you. Okay. Memorial Day is to remember those members, uniform members, whether they be first responders or military members that have passed away serving the country or the community. Mm-hmm. That is what Memorial Day is for.
Yes,
it's literally for those soldiers and those first responders that have passed away in action.
Yes.
Okay. Veterans Day is to support all military personnel that have served the country. That is what Veterans Day for.
Yes.
So Memorial Day is not for living people. Do not tell anybody that has served Happy Memorial Day, because that is not their day. Their day is Veterans Day. Please respond accordingly. PSA.
Govern yourself accordingly.
Govern yourselves accordingly.
But yeah, actual
and
Memorial Day.
Day for everybody to barbecue.
Yeah. No. Sunday, I ended up going to Sib's daughter. She graduated high school. Mm-hmm. She's getting ready to head off to PV.
Shout out
to her. I
wanted to go to that, but my Saturday ended up being way too jam packed. Because we also celebrated my niece's birthday. My niece turned 5. So she's getting kindergarten age and everything. And it's funny, man, because time is just passing. But yeah, so that's why I didn't come to Sib's event, and then I did end up going to Wallace's event, but that was before you showed up. I had to get in and out because I had to go to work.
Yeah. So I went over there, checked in, saw everybody. The maintenance was there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mama maintenance said she loved my smile. That made made you smile. Yeah. I was like, man, I used to hate my smile because I used to have braces and my teeth straightened out. And then
you didn't take care of them?
No, I was in retainers, plastic retainers. Mm-hmm. And one of my root canals that a previous dentist did, it had a spot underneath it. Okay. So they took that off and they wanted to do that work, but they never did it. And it started chipping away. Now they just pulled it eventually. And so everything in my mouth shifted back to where it was. So now I probably have to go get something else because I want to close it still, but it is what it is.
It is what it is at this point. We're old.
So yeah, I went over there, and then I came over to Wallace's, and his lady.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool.
Nice, beautiful house.
Yes, very, very. Went in there. I was like, oh, okay. Saw some brothers of ours and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Sean. He was celebrating his birthday. So
ain't he 50 now?
50.
Happy 50th.
He was Sean, if you're watching this, my brother. My brother. you know what the fuck you did. Nah, I feel you. Hopefully, one day when I'm at 50, I'll actually, be in shape and stuff. But shout out to Sean because he stays on top of his fitness stuff.
Nah, for real. But I feel like and I saw this earlier this week. Like they're saying 40, and I feel like this has been going on for a while. But they're saying 40 and 50 is the new like 20 or whatever.
Like 70 is the new 20.
But as we no lie though, as we get older, and you start seeing because realistically we're not too far from it. And so when you were younger, you thought 50 was like, oh God, like you're about to die.
And that shit is right around the fucking corner.
Yeah, and now you just be like, oh, 50 is like young. You still look at 50 as being young now.
Well, I don't know, because I be looking at the motherfuckers that be in the spots, and I'll be like,
well, yeah, but it's
definitely
young, but it's not young enough to do some of the shit that y'all be doing.
I want to be like a Bernie old.
Yeah, I want to be a cool cat, cool cat 50.
Yeah, not somebody that's trying too much.
Yeah,
in there with my.
I want to be Unc, like
in there with my skinny jeans on, looking like a lollipop, and fucking 60. Be like, yeah, girl, I do this too.
Yeah, you looking for a sugar daddy.
Oh shit. But yeah, man, it's dope, man. I applaud him because it's definitely tough. I just now started losing weight again, with my meds being adjusted and everything.
You been on your grind, brother? I see you.
No, I ain't been doing shit. That's the thing. Well, I need to.
Maybe it's the meds.
It's the meds. I had a talk with matter of fact, I was talking to. Well, I had that talk with him too. Because I felt like I hadn't talked to him in a while anyway.
Look at you.
Sometimes you get
Come on in the room.
You get let me ask you this. Do you ever feel like you get too big for your britches?
Yes.
And you forget?
I already knew where you was going with that. I feel like and I had to pop myself earlier this week. And not necessarily the fact that I felt like I was taking credit for where I am because I know that I know at the end of the day that I'm very blessed. And sometimes you lose sight of that, and sometimes you be like, oh, I worked for this, and granted you did.
Because faithful that works is dead.
Yeah. But at the same time,
what the source is.
Because like this week, man, this week was kind of a little trying. I'll say that.
Okay.
Because and it wasn't. It's minuscule when you think about it. And that's why I said I had to, come to the realization, like, you're blessed, like way too blessed. And I know it's cliche, but literally way too blessed to be stressed, bro. Cause like this week, it was just a long work week. Like a lot was going on. So I was just kind of tired from that.
Gotcha.
And then I had decided, last week really, I decided that I was going to like spring clean, like come home, literally clean the entire house, and just kind of do that. And so my off days are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And so last week I had determined like, okay, Wednesday and Thursday I must set aside these days to get this done, and then Friday, of course, it's show day. So I kind of I kind of try to just kick it on Fridays, and actually enjoy one of my off days. So, like I said, my weekend starts on Wednesday. Tuesday, my fucking AC goes out.
Oh, shit.
So my AC went out at the house on Tuesday. And so I'm like, but so this week, Wednesday was still pretty cool. The day was pretty cool. And then it started warming up yesterday, which was Thursday.
I wouldn't know because I just got my AC back.
Yeah, and so
2 weeks ago.
So I was like, okay, well, I shifted. So when that happened, I was like, let me adjust. So I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna be able to get this fixed. So let me, because Wednesday is gonna be the day that it's cooler in the house. Let me get everything at the house done on Wednesday. So I literally cleaned the entire house on Wednesday.
Okay.
And then yesterday is when I was able to get, people, like I was able to call around and get, like, find people to work on the unit. So here's the thing. I ended up calling a couple of people, and have you ever felt like somebody just kind of don't want to do something for you?
Yeah.
Like,
well, normally I'm out there.
yeah, I mean, I just feel like and don't get me wrong, like I know everybody got shit going on, but I just feel like I was calling around and I feel like people didn't kind of didn't want to didn't want to do it, and it's one of those situations like you have to look at self and you have to understand like my personality, right? My personality is like if I have the means and or the knowledge to do something for you, and I consider you in my close circle, then that becomes priority for me, right? But I have to realize that that's not how everybody's life is set up. And so it was just kind of frustrating yesterday, like trying to get everything together as far as trying to get it fixed. So long story short, I ended up getting somebody to come out and look at it. They ended up coming out looking at, this was a friend of a friend. They ended up coming out and looking at it for like 3.5 hours and couldn't get it figured out.
Damn.
And this is just 3.5 hours of being hot. Well, the whole day was pretty much, hot. And then it's like, that on top of being a little frustrated makes you even more frustrated. So it was one of those things. But I did end up getting somebody to come out last night after he was unable to fix it, and they came out and fixed it. Ran me $350.
Shit.
And I was like,
I was gonna ask you, like, but your brother, he's he don't, wasn't he like working in that area?
Mm-mm.
Oh shit! I thought he
my brother-in-law used to. Yeah.
Wrong answer.
Yeah. But I told that story to say that, man, going back to what you asked me, like I do feel like I get times to where I'm not as grateful as I should be. Because like something like that coming up on a whim and being able to manage it and still being able to work through it, like even just everything involved, like it made me just think about it like, man, you're blessed to even have this, number one. Number two, to be able to call somebody and fix it on a dime, like, you know what I'm saying? All of those things considered, like it did make me think, okay, you've gotta take your communication with God a little more serious.
Got you. So you back in church?
That's a story for another day. We will talk. Because we talked about it a little bit about like how like or why millennials have stopped. Like millennials and the younger generations have stopped like really participating and like going to church. And we can talk about that later. But so
I just joined the church and it's been probably about a month since I went.
Yeah. So where were you going with it as far as talking about? Because you asked me.
That question.
Yeah.
Nah, because I think I just going, never stopping to actually take the time just to say thank you. And in a selfish way, ask for the help that you need or the guidance, because I mean for men it is very prideful and stuff like that. And you want to be glad for the things that you work for. you want to do things on your own, and then you kind of just lose sight of where you. Well, I mean, not necessarily where you came from, because you can understand where you came from, but you just kind of get on your high horse of saying I've done this. And,
yeah.
You know, being a black man, everybody telling you, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. And you're like, well, shit, I pulled myself up by my bootstraps.
For real,
and shit.
For real.
But then you're like, well, nah, I really didn't do all this on my own. I had a lot of help along the way.
For sure.
And the least that I can do is just lay here on my back and just talk to you, say thank you.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, just being grateful.
Pause.
I was going to let you make it.
That shit sounded crazy.
I was going to let you make it because of the topic that we were talking about. But yeah, it's definitely is one of those things. And if you have faith and you believe in God, and it's one of those things, if that's what you subscribe to, I think we all have that problem sometimes of losing sight of just being arrogant sometimes.
Yeah.
And saying that, oh, I did, and don't get me wrong, you should be proud of your accomplishments. Like, you did do that, you did make it through that, you did push through, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you didn't do it by yourself.
Yeah. And you know what, brother? Look, this is how God works. I'm gonna ask you this. This is actually gonna tie into a current event that I forgot to mention. Okay. Obviously we both Christian. We both believe in God. Do you believe in the universe and the ancestors?
All of the above. Because I feel like all of those are still tied to God. Gotcha. Like I feel like too many times we try to delineate, like, oh, this comes from this, and this comes from this, and this comes. At the end of the day, our ancestors were here because of God, and the universe is here because of God.
Gotcha.
So I think that all can be true at the same time.
Got you.
And I do believe, you reap what you sow. I do believe that karma is a bitch, and she's gonna get who she wants when it's time.
I asked you that because recently, there is a plantation / bed and bath resort that had an electrical fire.
Now, you know how I feel about that, because I was just talking about South Carolina a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. They caught on fire. And probably this just came out, but it happened actually before that. And in North Carolina, there is a Confederate museum that had a tree fall on it and destroy it, total loss.
Let me tell you. Yes, I believe in that shit.
So you think that was God, or you think that was the ancestors?
All of the above.
All of them just, bitch, I'll fuck all this shit
I'll fuck all this shit up. Nah, like, man, again, and that's, I think it's all wrapped up in the same, like, karma, ancestors, call it whatever you want to call it. But I do think that when fucked up shit happens, there will be consequences for it.
Yeah.
Like, and it might not be today. It might, they say, let God fight your battles, and it's gonna come when you need it. Hey.
Now let me ask you this. I'm going down the rabbit hole. Do you think there is a connection between Egypt and slavery?
Egyptian slavery.
American slavery.
Egyptian slavery.
In a biblical sense of the Jews being held captive in.
A direct correlation?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No. I think that is a correlation as far as the same way. I'm not gonna say what I was about to say because the same way. Just you record the same way you would draw the correlation between different time eras or periods, and how, like they say, history repeats itself. I think it's the correlation there, but I don't think it's a direct, in my opinion, correlation between the two.
So I was thinking like, because what did the real Egyptians look like?
Middle Eastern.
Okay, you think it was Middle Eastern? You don't think they was black?
No. It's a common misconception. Like if you go and look up, you can literally Google right now what an Egyptian looks like. They're not gonna look like what you think they look like. Okay. Like people think that because Egypt is in Africa, that I think when people think African, they think one specific type. Yeah. And like Africa is just like America. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna get so many different like ethnicities, I guess you would say. Yeah, Egyptians don't look like what we think they look like, or what a lot of people think they look like.
I would say this in a historical sense, because it's wars and conquering and everything like that.
I don't even think in a historical sense.
You don't know? You think what you think about like the nose being shot off?
Of the Sphinx, I mean,
and the walls being a little bit more darker.
Now, I think back then it would have been. Now, I think over the years, like features changed. Yeah.
And that's how I got from. Yeah. Is that like a punishment? Huh. In that sense.
That's a good question.
But I'm all over the place. Yeah. Man, let me tell you, brother, I did a lot of random bullshit.
I tried to tell y'all a couple of episodes ago that X will follow a rabbit hole.
Cause I don't know I forgot what I was watching. But something came up about the Knights of Templar. Okay. And their whole quest of spreading Christianity and then trying to get the no. This is what happened. This is how it happened. I was watching a video, and it was talking about Texas trying to put the Ten Commandments in the schools. Okay. The guy, it was a Democrat on the floor saying all this stuff, and they were actually meeting on a Saturday, and then they was going to meet on a Sunday. And he was asking, like, do you know what this commandment is? I think it was the fourth. I think it's the fourth commandment. I can't remember. But remember the Sabbath day, keep it holy. So in the Jewish faith, Sabbath is Saturday. In Christianity, they moved to Sunday.
In some, yeah.
So he was like, do you really follow the Ten Commandments?
Right, because are we going to have this bitch on a Monday?
Yeah, it's stuff. And then he kept going on and stuff like that. He's like, okay, how you feel about bearing false witness? Do you know any of your colleagues that do bear false witness or that do adultery and stuff like that?
Man.
So,
that's a show in itself.
From there, I went from looking at it, and I was trying to remember because it's been so long since I like actually read on Ten Commandments and everything like that. If there were two sets of commandments, okay, because Moses originally got one, and he came back down, and they was worshiping the Jews. They were worshiping the golden calf, so he got angry, he broke them, and then he had to go back up, and then he got a second set. So apparently.
Is this a time to say allegedly, or is this just? Because I mean, you hope. My biggest thing is like you hope what you believe is right? Because
I mean, at the end of the day, you just gotta believe.
Yeah,
you gotta believe. So they have it's this thing called the Ark of the Covenant, where the Ten Commandments are supposed to be stored, and some people believe it's got the Ten Commandments and the old Ten Commandments that were broken. So long story short,
go visit and let me know.
That well, I went down that rabbit hole too. Rabbit hole. So long story short, that went to King David. King David gave it to his son Solomon, and Solomon built the temple. That city got took over by the Babylonians, and the Ark of the Covenant. There's theories of where that went, where if it's still there or if it got moved to a church in Ethiopia.
So let me ask you this, because we are literally living in a time where the higher ups, I'm not gonna say any particular, where people are like destroying information or trying to rewrite history or trying to change information. And that's the issue that I always have when it comes to these kind of topics, because it's like, at the end of the day, where in history, or could there, of course there could be, was there a point in history to where people just said, oh, going forward, I want this narrative, and completely changed all of this shit?
Well, yeah. I think that always happens,
and I'm just like, we're literally living it right now. Yeah. So what's to say that we're living it in a day of social media? Like, we're living it in a day where Google is at our fingertips.
Yeah, and they say no.
Yeah,
this is what happened.
And what do you think was happening back then when you couldn't actually research? Like, it was no way of knowing whether this was right or somebody was telling the truth, or it was no way of knowing it. Like, how
it's really all just faith based.
Just do what you can, y'all.
Believe what you believe,
and just try to be good people. That's it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and hopefully, when it's all said and done, if there's a different afterlife, or do what you can. Yeah. Try to be good to people. That's all. That's all I can say. That's all I got to say about that.
I was like, here. I went everywhere.
A couple of things been happening recently, man. Yeah. We was on the show last week, and we Ghost Stars still. I don't care. Yeah. They just got put out of the Western Conference Finals. But it was a good season.
They started strong.
They did. They did.
One game.
Yeah. And hey, I mean, it is what it is, man. They gave us. I will say they gave us a good season. They gave us some very good hockey to watch. So I'm not mad at it, man. I'm not as mad as I usually be during football season. So,
hey, my brother, I don't know why you still holding on to hope over there.
It's faith.
Hey, brother. that's. Ooh, shit.
Yeah, but you said the Wings got their first win, huh?
Yeah, Wings got their first win. I think it was against.
That's the Dallas WNBA team for those who do not know.
Yeah, the Sparks. They got their first win of the season, and then the following game they lost to the Sky, and they just got their first win. So they both got their first win within the same week. Gotcha. So that's what they're doing over there, and then. Caitlin Clark, she's injured right now.
Oh, okay.
So she'll be out for, I think they said 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's a whole thing, man. That whole Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese thing. I think they be putting 100 on 10. Like,
it doesn't have to be anything that it is.
Yeah, it's literally because, and I'll say it from both sides. It's literally because people be making it more than what it is, and by both sides, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's prom season.
It is.
And I didn't even realize, I don't keep up with none of this shit. I didn't even realize it until I started seeing people post all this shit on Facebook. Well, it's prom and graduation season.
Yeah. Congratulations to the seniors.
Yes, congratulations to the class of 2025, both high school and collegiate graduates.
And those that are being held back, better luck next time.
Oh man,
I understand. Hey, sometimes same people.
All right, so how do you feel about this though? Have you seen the recent like prom send offs and stuff? And this
way
is
too much.
And this is 8th grade and senior prom.
Way too much.
What do you? How do you feel about it, bro?
Way too much. Let me tell you, brother. I had a 8th grade dance. Mm-hmm. I got a tie, some pants, and a vest from Levine's. My senior year, I went to prom. I had an all white tux. Well, no, I had white tux, white top, black pants, a burgundy vest that matched my
like silk.
Hey, I was in there.
Feeling like love.
Matched my prom date's dress. Me and probably 10 friends split a damn limo.
Okay.
2. And then we got into cars and went to a hotel.
Because we not paying for that limo for no 6 hours.
Hey.
Yeah, we fucked up.
Ended up getting in trouble because my parents was like, you was supposed to come home that night. I was like, shit.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I was. Got nothing.
Trying to.
Got nothing. Not even Palmelina.
Damn.
We was sharing a room with some more of my friends and stuff like that. So, But it all together, I rented my tux. I actually got a discount because my aunt had a part-time job at what was that store called? I forgot what it was called.
One of the suit
stores.
Yeah,
One of those. But my prom was probably, you probably spent like maybe $100 on tickets.
Yeah, I feel like this should be crazy. Like, I be watching these prom send-offs and people be renting, and I'm talking about for like 8th grade prom and shit. People be renting like Maybachs and fucking Bentleys and Lamborghini, and I'm like,
no.
First of all,
get your ass in this camera.
Shit, I'ma drive. Let me tell you, I'ma borrow my cousin fucking Corvette, and we gonna ride in that. You crazy as fuck. Like I just think, bro,
we got a Chrysler 300.
It looked like a Phantom. It looked like a Phantom.
Yeah, come on.
No, but I just like, bro, has social media ruined us? Like, because has it ruined us and the younger generation? Because number one, this the parents' fault. Like, because you done got roped into this, and here's the thing. Mm-hmm. Also, are we rewarding shitty behavior, right? Because a lot of these kids, grades are ass, behavior sucks. You've been in alternative school, all of this shit. Like, you have behavior issues, right? Mm-hmm. But then, I'm seeing on social media, I'm seeing all these send-offs, so I want to make sure my baby. Nah, fuck that. Is your baby doing what they supposed to do? Now, if they are, and this is a reward, okay, cool. I still think it's a little over the top to do all the bullshit. But are we rewarding bad behavior? Because these kids bad as fuck.
It's a lot. It's a lot that's bad, but then again, it's a lot that's good too. Yeah, so I don't want to kick them out in the bed. But I really think it's in our blood to stunt. Stunt now.
Okay.
And I think it's just natural progression.
But it's a reward, right? Like, and don't get me wrong, I don't think there's nothing wrong with stunting, quote unquote. But it's a reward. It needs to be a reward for hard work. Like,
yeah.
I don't think that you should be out here, I just think we've allowed social media to influence us way too much. And I can speak, from a cultural standpoint, because a lot of this, and maybe it's just because it's the only kind of social media that we consume, but a lot of the social media, I will say, is from our community. From just doing way too fucking much, bro.
Yeah. But like I said, I think it's just natural progression. We want our kids to have things that we didn't have.
But at what expense?
At the parents' expense.
No. I'm saying at what expense for making them a good human being, right? Because if you're showing them that, and like I said, if your kid is on the AB honor roll and performance is spectacular, is a good kid, hey, by all means, if you got it, do it for them within reason. But a lot of these kids, man, and we got friends. We have friends in education, and so we know how a lot of these kids just be on some bullshit, man. They just be troubled kids, and we still see the parents go spend their rent money on trying to get this kid a Maybach. Rent a Maybach for a fucking 8th grade prom. Like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean it's a mixture of things of just wanting to do things for your kids that you didn't have, and also trying to keep up with Joneses and stuff, because bullying is real.
Yeah.
Shit, kids get bullied. Shit, parents be getting bullied too. At the same time.
And shit, as a grown as adult.
Brokey. No, like, bitch. No.
I mean, as a grown as adult, like, you gotta, I don't know, man. I feel like I feel like that's a recipe to set these kids up for failure. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like, at what point does it get to where you're saying, oh, I deserve this even though I ain't put in nothing to get it?
Yeah, well, that shit all goes back to parenting.
Yeah.
It depends on the kid, too, because some kids, they be like, all right, I'm grateful for what I got.
Yeah.
And then some of them be like, nah, I need this, and this.
Because I'm supposed to have it, because Johnny and them down the street got it.
Exactly.
Fuck Johnny and them. It's a lot been going on, man, with this with this current administration, bro.
Yeah, man.
Your boy been on to some shit. You told me about something. What did you tell me about?
Yeah, Taco Trump is trending right now.
What is that? Because I ain't heard shit about it.
So it came from, I want to say it's the Wall Street Journal, where the brokers are basically betting against Trump.
Okay.
That anytime that he puts a tariff on, you wait for it to fall, and then you buy, and then shortly after, he'll take it back, and then you can just get the gains off of the market going back up. And they gave him an acronym where they call him Taco Trump. So the taco is Trump always chickens out. So all over social media, it's just people making him a taco, turning him into a chicken, put him in sombreros.
Not the draft dodger.
So they like, yeah. And
social media is undefeated, bro.
It was I think it's a reporter from MSNBC, and she was in the press office with him. And she asked him, like, to his face, like, how do you feel about they saying that your terrorist is Taco Trump?
These reporters ain't been giving a shit.
And he was hot. He was like, that was a nasty question. He was saying all this stuff. So right now, we got a lot of people just laughing at us saying, all right.
We're a fucking joke right
just
now.
Let it pass. He'll bullshit. He'll say something and then it'll be gone in a couple of days. So
along the same lines, I don't know if you saw it, but there's like a content creator, like I have to use quotations when people say conservative content creator, because people don't even know what that means. Mm-hmm. But there was a conservative content creator that said that he would challenge any liberal content creator, basically to hand-to-hand combat.
Okay.
And he got taken up on that offer by a lot of liberal content creators that are really about that shit.
Okay. Did he accept it?
No, okay. Dude has been backpedaling ever since, bro. I'm gonna send it to you.
Please do.
But he has been backpedaling ever since, bro, and it's so funny because he was basically saying, like, he would challenge any liberal content creator to a fight, basically, and it was like content creators that like have practiced MMA and jiu-jitsu and boxing and all of this.
Okay.
All of them responded, and he kept trying to dodge in different ways. Like what? So
it's like nah, not you. I'm talking
about. So he put it out there, and then I think one of the earliest ones to respond was like a 6'9" black dude.
Oh shit!
And he was like, and he ended up making a video. The dude that initially put the video out there, he ended up making a video, and he was like, well, nah, I kind of meant like, basically he was saying I kind of meant like somebody in my weight class. And then so other people, because I think this dude was like 5'8", like 200, 190 or 200, something like that. So like other people started responding, and they started listing their stats. And one dude was like, yeah, I'm 5'5", 175 wet, and I got you. Like, and then so he started blocking them and was like running for them. And so then the females jumped in it. Like this one girl, this one chick that is disciplined in Taekwondo, she was like, oh yeah, I've seen you been dodging everybody else, but like I just thought I throw my and she's like, don't worry if you think it's like mixed. Like I can handle myself. Like I'm okay. Like I challenge you. And so this dude has been running.
Shit.
They have been trolling him, bro. And this dude has been running on social media. And I'm like, see, that be the shit I be talking about. Like y'all out here letting somebody above y'all get y'all into some shit that y'all ain't ready for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like,
don't let your president get your ass whooped, because that's exactly you be talking all reckless like, oh yeah, he got that battery in your back. Don't get fucked up.
Real. Keep on. Boop bop your ass.
Don't get fucked up. But yeah, man, I feel like we're living in a modern day reality TV show. Like this is definitely the Twilight Zone.
Shit is all over the fucking place,
bro. And I had to really stop. Like I still watch stuff every now and again, but I had to really stop, like just overindulging in it, because it's literally something every fucking week.
Yeah, like
it's starting to be almost every day. Like it's just something asinine that happens. Literally like I miss boring presidencies. Like I miss being a boring country, man. It's all a reality TV show. Like we're literally living through a reality TV show.
It's or maybe we were just too young to actually. We were just too young and not following it.
No, even doing research, like even going back and looking at the presidencies. Like I think the most exciting, quote unquote, or controversial presidency of our time had to be the Bush presidency. And even then it wasn't like it is now. Like even then it wasn't like, oh man, what is gonna happen next week?
Yeah.
Like on this week of
America.
It's just, yeah, it's just all over the place, man. I don't know. But we were talking earlier, because you was gonna get me caught up. So I guess the main topic that we was gonna talk about this week is.
I'm tired of like, ooh.
Yeah. Because I really did want to cover this subject because you started talking about it. So the main topic you were saying that you wanted to cover this week was, are you scared of forever? Or
yeah, are you scared of forever?
Where did this come from?
As you know, I'm getting older. Looking to settle down. looking at the future, and definites, like hard set, like okay, this is what it's gonna be, and it can really be in any facet of life, even like you buying a home, like
it's a big
like am I gonna be here, like
right,
the commitment that I have to make to this,
it's a big commitment.
Yeah, so obviously things I'm getting down to, trying to figure out, okay, what do I want in life? This person, do I see the future with them? Their future, and
what even does that future look like?
Yeah. Do I? And I think I make like a drastic swing. So when I was younger, I used to have very short relationships.
Okay.
Where I would look for the smallest flaw of anything, and I'd be like, okay, this is big enough for me just to be like, nah, I don't want this. So, do I need to? Her pinky toe is off centered like this, or just something like this. This is stupid shit to be like, nah. All right, I'll leave and stuff like that. And then I went through a phase growing up and stuff like that where I would look and ignore things that I probably shouldn't have ignored. And just like, okay, I can work through this. I can do this. And then like, okay, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. So trying to find that balance of how do I want to word this? I don't even want to say like acceptable flaws.
No, you're I know what you're saying. You're saying that you're trying to see what that you're riding that line of am I settling or is this really for me?
Yeah. Because you honestly know nobody's gonna be perfect.
Right.
But you just it's almost like I'd say in terms of like playing a video game, Call of Duty. You know how you like to set your game up. You have your sliders. Okay, my sensitivity is I need to have it right here, but you're not gonna get it to exactly what you want. Difficulty, I want to set it here. Okay, it might be a little bit kind of hard and it's gonna stress me out a little bit, but I don't want to be too easy. So you're trying to get your sliders to the correct level because you're not gonna get somebody that's 100% all the time. And then you don't want to get into that space where I never want to get into the spot where I know it's inevitable that a man is always gonna look, he's always gonna have wandering eyes. I just don't want to get to a space of I don't want to get in a space where it's when goes to like.
Did I make the wrong choice?
No. Like, I've committed to this woman.
Oh.
And I see something pass and it's just, okay.
Yeah.
And then versus I've committed to this woman and now I'm in my mind, like, I would consider taking things further than what it needs to, because we have a lot of friends or a lot of acquaintances that are married, and it is a struggle.
Yeah, and I mean, and you hear, you hear about that that struggle. So let me ask you this: does us being older? Because here's the thing: I think marriage, and I know I'm gonna get some flack for this. I think marriage is a young man's game.
Okay.
And I think once you
get Mr. Ben gonna whoop your ass.
I think once you start to get older, it starts looking less appealing to you, and I think that's for a number of reasons. We can get into that at a later topic. But I think when you're younger, it looks more appealing to you as just from a man standpoint. So do you think that what do you think the fear is there? As far as it being like forever, like what do you think? Where do you think that fear comes from? Do you? Or that's what I was asking. Do you think it comes from us seeing like how it affects others and what's happening in other people's lives as we get older? Because at this point in time, like, we are at an age that we know a lot of married people and we also know a lot of divorced people, and so we're getting the firsthand stories of like marriage,
Yeah,
versus being younger and looking at it from the lens of, oh well, that's the older people, like the older people are married, but now we're getting the firsthand reel to reel of this is what goes on in marriage.
yeah. I think it might just be kind of my personality of not wanting to sit down, but that's because I'm like weird like that. Like I don't like to be out.
But you also don't like to be
confined to just doing something. Like a lot of times I lose interest in things very fast. And maybe that might be part of just depression and stuff like that, but it's also my my personality.
ADHD or something.
Yeah, maybe. Like even with the show, like I can come in some weeks and I'll be like, yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, you know what? All right, we need to have guests because now it's just us two talking. Yeah. It's just kind of getting kind of dry.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And my personality is not very, I'm okay being adventurous. I'm okay being outgoing. And I think even we had like a topic of her going to like Tulum. I'm like, oh yeah, live your life.
Yeah.
Like, would you go? I'm like, by day 2, I'm probably like, nah. Let me get back to the house.
Which I do think you need to adventure on stuff like that.
Well, yeah, that's what everybody said.
We talked about it, yeah.
And stuff. So, I just,
because I feel like you enjoy it once you get there. I think it's just that's another topic.
I enjoy it for like the first 2 days.
Go back to it.
Like we went to Vegas and
we had a blast in Vegas though.
For the first 2 days, I was like, all right, then I was ready to go home.
Yeah, nah, but I get that.
You're saying like 5 days, like 5 days is a lot.
5 days is a lot.
I went on a cruise. That was 5 days, and day 2, I was like, I'm over this shit.
Yeah, nah, I get it.
But not only on my end, but on their end too. Being like, okay, X is too structured with his lifestyle. Like my career fits me because, I mean, I ain't gonna say that I'm boring, but I'm okay with being solo.
Yeah.
I'm okay with being alone and stuff, working by myself, everything like that. We come together. But okay, how am I gonna feel when I need to get my space?
Right.
When I don't want somebody that's up under me and stuff.
So with this, because you are in a new situation, that you are potentially building towards a relationship. How do you communicate that?
Like I've already had a discussion. And I want to be careful of the way that I word it to her.
Because it's not a her thing, it's a you thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a me thing. And it comes back to like, okay, maybe I have too many options. And I don't want to say that in a cocky way, like I got options, but stuff is always coming up. Stuff is always throwing at you and stuff like that. Like today, like I looked at my hinge, I think I got like 30 people that want to match.
What do you think it's a matter of taking those options away once you?
I mean, eventually you have to. But I had the conversation with her. Like, I don't want it to be like, okay, this is the first thing that came up, so I just went with that. And I told her, like, I want you to do the same thing because I don't want you to feel like, okay,
oh, I get what you're saying.
Okay, we matched and we hit it off. Okay, so this is.
But that may not be forever.
Yeah,
I completely get what you're saying.
But very, very nice girl. I like her a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think y'all look good together. I think y'all interact very well together.
Yeah, but it's just the uncertainty of what it looks like.
So let me ask you this:
outside of
with that uncertainty, is it just fear, or is it more so? Is it? How do I want to ask?
It's a little fear. It's a little hope. It's a little
no. Seriously, I mean,
a little bit of everything.
Yeah, no, yeah. So that's what I was gonna ask. Is it like one of those things that you feel like if you do get tied down, then you're gonna be missing out on something, and then additionally, are you at the point to where you feel like if you don't get tied down, then you're gonna be missing out on something?
It's somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
And I gotta shit'll get off the pot pretty soon.
Yeah.
And I had that conversation with my mom about that. Because I told her, I let her know, like, okay, I still want you. I told her I still want you to date and see everything that you got out there, and don't just focus solely on me.
She told you?
No.
I told
my mom that, and I told my mom that I told her that.
Yes.
And my mom was like, okay, you were honest. But I mean, eventually you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Shit'll get off the pot.
Right. Because you can't just have somebody in limbo.
Wait around and stuff
now,
like that.
So, man, we can go so many places with this discussion. Because I was watching a show recently, and I have a question for you.
Okay.
When we talking about dating, because I think people lose sight of what dating actually is. Mm-hmm. And so y'all are in the dating phase right now, right? Which mm-hmm. means that you're free to date other people, right?
And that's the thing. And I noticed that with a lot of women. I don't even want to say women, because it's probably a lot of men that think this way too.
That they don't want to date.
Yeah. Like they say they're okay with something, mm-hmm. but deep down inside they're not. Mm-hmm. Even in a joking manner. We're
gonna talk about this next show.
Even in a joking manner, you can be like, okay, yeah, I got somebody else coming over and stuff like that.
Right.
And they laugh it off, but
the mood changes.
Yeah, you can definitely tell they're uncomfortable with it. Like even old girl that we spoke, and we said we probably would never actually date, mm-hmm. and she was supposed to come do the show. She was supposed to come out with us mm-hmm. other week.
I know you. I know you talking about.
Well, we went out for the very first time to the spot, and I was talking to, what was I talking? I was talking to Leslie, matter of fact, mm-hmm. and stuff. I think I spent a little bit too much time over there.
And it was corner. Jealousy. Yeah.
And she just left out, and she was like, "Oh no, it's not this. Like,
but
it is what it is." Like, we had that conversation.
This is definitely. I'm about to write this down. This is definitely gonna be next show's topic for sure. So tune in for part 2 on episode 87.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have
we will have
a female.
Guest. Yeah, we will have a guest next week.
Perspective, or maybe a
divorcee,
or
we're definitely gonna have a woman's perspective on this, because I want to talk about literally the art of dating and how it differs from our perspective to their perspective.
So yeah, y'all see what the fuck I be going through, what's going on in my head. I don't think old girls. I think she went back to the very beginning and started watching, so she didn't go see this until later off. So if we make it,
but okay, so
this point, you bitch ass.
my last question on this particular topic is: do you believe in forever?
The concept of it, yes.
I don't.
Because I've seen it.
Have you?
Yeah.
Have you seen it happily?
Happily? I don't think everything's not going to be happily. At least not 100%. It's definitely going to be ups and downs. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's with everything, yes.
But actually, working through it and
but I mean, have you seen it to get to a point to where somebody wasn't miserable? Because I don't think I have. And I don't think I have recently.
I think everybody's miserable. It's at some point. It's like
and that's bad, bro. I feel like that's bad.
And that's it's a commitment to God and each other, and it's a very very long road.
Part 2 coming for sure because we got to talk about this shit.
Forever is a very long time.
Forever. Jasmine say forever don't last. Hey, y'all tune in for episode number 87 because we definitely we gonna continue this topic for sure. Like I said, y'all please get in the comment section. If y'all, cause I know we have people that rock with us, and they listen like on a consistent basis. And for those of y'all that do, I definitely appreciate y'all. We definitely appreciate y'all. Thank you for being here because you definitely don't have to. You can spend your hour doing whatever you want to do. So we appreciate it. We do have a top 3 for the week. So this week's top 3 is top 3 albums, right, from an artist. Mm-hmm. If you could have this album from them, you can delete the rest of their repertoire. And it's not saying that you don't love the rest of their repertoire. You're just saying that this album was so good that you would be satisfied with them just having this album.
That's a terrible question to ask.
You want me to go first?
We go 1 for 1. You can.
Okay.
I mean, I think my albums would probably be the same still.
No. Oh, as me or
no. That I have in my mind.
Number 1, I was gonna say I'm gonna take one from each genre, but I'm not. My first album is gonna be a rap album. If I got Forest Hills Drive from J. Cole, I'd be satisfied.
Okay.
And don't get me wrong, love the KOD album. But Forest Hills Drive was that fucking album. I mean, front to back play.
Got you. That's okay. I'm going to say Into the Drew by Drew Hill. if I never it's tough to say that I would never want to anything else. Like even in later works, I've been like, yeah. But that album, I think I would be okay if they never put out another album. Okay. Or if they never came out with their first album. I think I'd be all right.
Okay. My second album is going to be Get Lifted, John Legend.
Okay.
That album had me in a chokehold. If he didn't put out shit else, I could listen to that album on repeat and be like, this is John Legend.
Got you. Number 2, J.E. Heartbreak, Jagged Edge.
Okay.
That was one of my first CDs that I got as a gift, and I know that front to back, back to front. And I don't think I think I like dibbled and dabbled in some of their other CDs, but if that was the only one they had, then I think I'd be all right.
Okay. My number 3, I could go with 2 different albums, but I think I'm going to land because I could go either Usher or Bruno.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to go Bruno, and I'm going to say 24 Karat Magic. I fucks with Bruno, man, but if I had to pick one album of his repertoire that I could only listen to and that be it, it'd be 24 Karat Magic. Honorable mention Confessions.
I am struggling between 3 right now.
Okay. Give me the album that you like the most.
The most.
I feel like I know what it's gonna be too.
The most is Sex, Love, and Pain.
I knew it, Tank. I knew it was gonna be Tank. I knew it.
But I don't know. So it's Sex, Love, and Pain, Tank. Jamie Foxx, Unpredictable.
Ooh. I agree. I actually agree with both of those.
And
yeah, I agree with both of those.
I was thinking rap. I was thinking The Recession by Young Jeezy.
I would also say in rap, honorable mention is documentary too, The Game.
Okay.
For me.
Choosing between those, I don't. Okay. I'll go Tank.
I knew
I'll go Tank.
you was going with Tank.
Because I'll say that I like Jamie Foxx's discography a little bit more than Tank's.
But I feel like I knew you was going with Sex, Love, and Pain.
But that one.
Fire album.
Chef's Kiss.
Yeah, fire album. Y'all give us y'all top 3. Y'all know what it is. You can agree with us. You can disagree with us. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Father, fuck you.
At the end of the day, that's just our 2 cents on it. We'll see you for episode 87, which is going to be a part 2 of this episode. Y'all tune in. Let us know. Holla.
All right.